Is it the right time in your life to get a puppy? Well, I suggest you take a good look at your free time, and then your home environment, and yes, your budget before deciding to get a puppy. Let's talk about all the costs associated with a puppy. Did you know that you need to prepare financially? I'm going to give you a realistic rundown of what you can expect to pay up front, ongoing annually, and just also some extras. Wait till the end when I give you the 8 tips on saving money if you have a puppy. Alright, time is money, so let's get going. Recently, I got a unplanned kitten for free. I promise this has something to do with this video, so hang tight. Somehow a feral cat ended up taking residence up in my garage. We tried for a week or so to get her out, but she was enjoying the comforts of garage life. Now, we did plan to take her and get her spayed before releasing her back to the colony of cats in our neighborhood. These are feral cats and they don't do well being kept inside. I discovered this cutie just a week after coming back from a vacation, and Mama Kitty was nowhere to be found. Ugh. The nerve of that cat leaving her kid with me while she went off exploring the world. What's an animal lover like myself to do? Well, nurse the thing back to good health and an adoption, of course. This actual kitten didn't cost any money, but in a few short weeks that I've had her, I've actually spent several $100s on her care. So even if you get a puppy for free or at a very low cost, there's still going to be expenses that are necessary for care and training. We're going to start with the upfront costs, most of which will take place before or within the first few months of your puppy's time with you. These are things like adoption fees. So if you're getting from a breeder, you're going to be paying a lot more than if you're getting from a rescue. Either one is fine if it works within your budget. Supplies, for sure, you are going to need things like a crate, a pen, a snuggle puppy, a leash, a collar, poo bags, grooming tools, and a few toys. In total, these necessary basic supplies added up to over about $350. And the snuggle puppy alone, it's $40 in the US. But if you ask me, this little snuggle puppy is a game changer that I couldn't live without. I actually got a mini snuggle puppy by accident when we brought our foster lady home. Turns out it worked out perfectly for Kiwi the kitten, so I'm glad it happened. If you aren't sold on the snuggle puppy yet, this video is going to do it for you. Now, I'm not sponsored by Snuggle Puppy in any way. As of the recording of this video anyway. I just find it works really well. So do my students. Alright, next, have you explored the cost of puppy vaccinations and vet exams? I had to take Kiwi, the kitten, in for an eye infection the day after I found her. That visit? That was $60, followed by another emergency visit for severe constipation only 3 days later. That visit was $75. The poor thing hadn't pooped in close to 4 days when I brought her in. Now, when I fostered Lady, we took her in multiple times for a urinary tract infection in between vaccination appointments. Puppies, like kittens, are just a bit more fragile with developing digestive systems and more accident-prone movements like running and jumping. Most people I know, they have had at least 1 or 2 extra vet visits in the first 6 months with their new puppy. That could be anywhere from an additional $100 to $200 per visit. So do your research on what regular vaccinations and vet visits can cost in your area. Just make sure you have the cash on hand to pay for them. Of course, we have to buy food for our puppies, and if you're like Kiwi, you might have to try several different kinds until you and your vet find the right one. A bag of puppy food, it could run you up to $80. Remember to get the puppy's same food from the breeder or rescue if you can when you first bring your puppy home. Now, it's not good for young puppies to switch to new food without slow transition periods. Now, another big expense with young puppies is care when humans are gone. So if you're gone a lot, at first, you might need a puppy sitter multiple times a day to take care of your puppy's needs, and for companionship and meals and potty breaks and maybe some training. My pet sitter charges $25 a visit for one pet, and even more for puppies and kittens. Since I have 3 dogs and 1 kitten, my last pet sitter bill was over $1,000 for a 10-day vacation. Now, that's not bad. She's actually considered affordable. Now, an older dog can hold his or her bladder for much longer periods. So you may not need multiple visits per day from your pet sitter or dog walker. Rover is a site where you can find dog sitters or dog walkers. I found my last sitter through that service. With puppies, though, this just means that you might need to take some time off of work for the first few weeks when your puppy first comes home. I do recommend it. That's also something to plan for in your budget. Next, we've got necessary identification like microchips or ID tags. Microchips can cost you anywhere between $25 to $60, plus the fee to list your info on the pet locator database. Be sure to update the info on those sites if you ever move or change your phone number. Now, you might be thinking that cute puppy breath and puppy snuggles, they're free, but That's just Instagram's version of owning a puppy. The realities of owning a puppy mean that you're gonna have to teach him or her to live in a human world, and that means training. Puppies don't naturally go potty outside or relax quietly in their crate, or just bite their chew toys and not your furniture legs without some human help. It's up to the human to teach your puppy how to do those things. And if you're not sure how to be a puppy teacher, I've got you covered. I've got guidance for you in my online puppy training program. Now, another upfront cost is going to be the necessary items for safety, like pet stairs, baby gates, puppy proofing supplies, and pens. When I brought these things home for my pets, it cost me close to $255. Keeping your puppy safe and out of trouble first starts with preventing accidents, and that means some kind of limiting of their freedom. Both Kiwi and Lady had to be seen by the vet within a day of meeting me, so be sure to have that money saved up for a rainy day. Now, you might be thinking that once those upfront costs of supplies and things are covered, it's going to be a pretty inexpensive life with your new puppy. I do hope that's true for you, but be aware of a few more things that will be annual costs and part of dog ownership. These things include wellness visits. Even if your puppy's not sick, it's still important to get him or her into a vet for annual checkups. This is really important for the vet to have some baseline lab results indicating what normal levels for your dog are. Wellness visits can also help detect illness early, which saves money on last-minute emergency vet visits and can save the life of your pet too. These visits can range from $60 to $100. You're going to also need annual updates to vaccines. Usually those run me about $150 per dog. And if you end up renting an apartment or enrolling your dog in some additional activities, they're likely to request an updated vaccination schedule. Heartworm and flea or tick medications are monthly or annual expenses depending on how you purchase them. I spend about $40 a month per dog on flea and tick prevention, and some vets require additional testing before refilling heartworm meds. Grooming is another ongoing expense, and if you have a doodle, you should be aware of the grooming costs. I have 3 dogs. I pay about $240 every 6 weeks for their grooming. That does include the tip. I highly recommend pet insurance, and you'll want to do some research regarding the best one for your situation. Now, you can use this video as your guide as to what questions to ask. Many pet insurance companies require that you pay the vet upfront and then get reimbursed from the insurance company. Make sure your savings account is prepared for that. Pet sitters are another ongoing expense, whether it's for a long day away from home or if you're taking that human-only vacation. Good pet sitters come with references and insurance, but they are not very cheap. I've had some bad luck with pet sitters, which prompted me to make this video about how to find and prepare for them. You'll be glad to know that my most recent pet sitter was a dream come true. She even bought gifts for my dogs. Now, a few other expenses that are probably gonna come up on a regular basis are license renewal, which in my town is about $10 a dog. New and bigger crates as your puppy grows, and of course, more toys and treats and food. My pro tip on toy buying is that the expensive ones are usually worth it because they last longer. I recently found a great deal on Kong toys at Costco. Rover estimated annual cost of owning a dog between $1,000 and about $5,225. There's a few extra costs that might come up in a lifetime of your puppy too. You might want to be prepared just in case. These include additional housing costs if you have a dog. So some apartments or rental homes charge an extra monthly fee for each pet. One of my team members, she rents, and she's charged about $40 a month for her dog to stay there. Now, you might also want to budget for additional activities like Sniff Spot, which is a service where you can rent someone's backyard or land for an outing with your pup. These work great for decompression walks. Some people arrange for a barn hunt or even a herding experience for their dog. You might want to work with professionals to get your dog additional training like therapy work or scent work. Our online program is going to give you a great foundation for that kind of work, and then you can pursue the additional education necessary for any certifications you may need. Quite a few of my students have actually gone on to do more education with their puppies. Not to bring down the vibe here, but some pet owners are not prepared for the end-of-life expenses for their furry friend. Now, if you've spent many years with your pet and the end is near, there are some additional costs that you might incur to manage the end-of-life care in a loving and kind way. Now, you can ask your vet for some details on the costs and options. Rover suggests budgeting about $1,000 to even $6,000 for unexpected doggy expenses on top of the upfront costs and annual costs. The bottom line here is that dogs are unpredictable, and you're going to need to be sure to have the money saved up to handle those emergencies. Sometimes emergencies are not all medical. One of my students, Alice, she is an older puppy, and she works full-time. She's done a great job of crate training, and Murphy rests comfortably in there while she's gone. Her sister comes in twice during her shift to tend to Murphy's needs. Sounds great, right? Well, one day her sister forgot about poor Murphy for a second drop-in. Murphy was in his crate for a lot longer than usual. Now, it's great that he was safe, but he got pretty stressed, and now Allison needs to take a step back in the crate training. That means having a sitter in for a few days or a week while she resumes crate training confidence. That's the kind of thing you're going to need to budget for. It doesn't always happen, but when it does, you're going to need some funds to help you with that solution. All right, all this talk about money, how can we save some? Well, here are my 8 tips on saving money while owning a dog. Number 1, buy some items used, like crates, baby gates, and pens. Just use kennel stall cleaner for any item previously used by another animal. Number 2, consider pet insurance or puppy wellness plans offered by your vet to control costs. Number 3, prevent medical emergencies by puppy proofing, crate training, watching bathroom habits, using pet stairs so that your puppy doesn't jump off the couch or your bed, and know your puppy's exercise limits to prevent any excessive damage to growth plates. Now, if you're not sure what those limits are, this video here is one you want to watch next. Number 4, get ahead of problematic behaviors by understanding puppy development and training. Sometimes the puppy problems you're going through may need the help of a behaviorist, and they can be hard to find and expensive. Number 5, small dogs can be a little cheaper due to their not needing so many crate upgrades, but they need more things like puppy stairs and ramps. And big dogs need big crates and more expensive puppy proofing, and definitely solid training on not to jump and pull. Number 6, research breeds and specific lineage carefully to rule out major medical issues in your new puppy. Some breeds are just more prone to health problems, like brachycephalic breeds like pugs or cavaliers, who are notorious for having heart conditions. Number 7, choose the right time in your life when you're available for the time commitment without additional help needed. Number 8, understand grooming needs and costs before choosing a dog. Doodle fans, you will have grooming expenses, and they may mat regularly. Your groomer may have to shave your dog down if the mats get too bad. Whew, okay, that was a lot of talk of money. As you prepare for your new puppy or plan for the one you just got, I hope all of this helps you. Did I forget anything? Do you have any questions? Drop them in the comments. We do respond to each one. This is Michele Lennon and the How to Train a Dream Dog team signing off for today.